This is Frank Islam, Chairman and CEO of FY Investment Group, and your host of Washington Current Review, where we interview leading voices from business and politics that impact you, the viewer. Today, our guest is Dr. Banik, a wonderful man, a great guy, a man who inspires all of us in our community. He's also been awardee of India Abroad, and this is what he has been awarded. His principles have always guided us during the time of calm or the crisis. We want to congratulate you and thank you very much for coming to our show. And tell me a little bit about receiving this award. And I saw that column or article that was written in India Abroad. Tell me a little bit about it and how did you get it and what's this all about?
This is one of the most prestigious awards given by India Abroad once a year to an individual who has dedicated his entire life for the betterment of the community, serving the humanity, serving people without any ulterior motive, and that is called the India Abroad Lifetime Achievement Award in Community Services. And I am very honored to receive this award on behalf of the entire community.
Very well. And when did you receive this award?
June 21st, 2013.
Also, that wasn't too long ago.
No.
Wonderful, wonderful.
About a month ago, exactly a month ago.
Well, I'm really glad that they have recognized you for your Lifetime Achievement Award in the community service as well. As President John F. Kennedy once said, a nation reveals itself when it recognizes the talent that it nourishes. So they recognize your talent in the community service. Tell me a little bit about your accomplishment in the community service.
Well, I started when I was very young. I was inspired by my father.
So he laid the firm foundation for you to achieve your goal.
Yes. Let me share this story because it might be inspiring to a lot of people. When I was living in a village, we didn't have any drinking water. My father, seeing the plight of the villagers, sold one of the precious jewelry of my mother and got a well dug for the villagers. And the entire villagers were very happy. During the Hindu-Muslim riot, I was the beneficiary.
This was when? Between 1947?
1947.
During the time of partition.
Yes, correct. And the Muslim community was so grateful, they helped us. As a matter of fact, we were saved by them when the riot took place. So I remember how grateful the people could be when you serve the community with something precious like water, you know.
Very good. Obviously, as we all of us understand that you also, in addition to your community service, you also involved with the Bowie State University as well, right? So you are a professor there. How do you get time to be involved in so many activities at a given time?
I'm glad you asked this question. Many people ask this question. It is the question of how you organize your time. We have limited time in our life, you know. We have
you have a short time on this planet of Earth.
Yes, correct.
We must keep our legacy.
Absolutely.
And go ahead.
See, I have been teaching for 41 years.
God
bless you. I have never been late a single time in 41. I have been awarded many awards by the university for being timely. I drive half an hour, but still I have not been late because I teach them time is money, money is time. And we have limited amount of time. My service to the community, and also I also own and operate a mental health center in Washington, D.C., called Family Diagnostic and Therapeutic Center. All possible. I don't waste any time in gossiping, talking about others, wasting time. I always try to see how I can utilize my time to the best possible way to serve people. To me, people are my investment. I have never aspired to become rich, to make money. The more friends I have got, more people I know, that is my biggest investment, because one day I'll be gone from this world. They are the people who will remember me.
That's the best way to discuss. You cherish, nourish, and nurture those thoughts, correct?
Yes.
So let me just shift the gear a little bit from the community service to your accomplishment and what you have done with the Bhopal gas disaster that you're well known and were recognized for that. So tell me a little bit about that and what's happening there.
When the Bhopal gas tragedy took place, when I saw Mother Teresa, a frail lady, would visit Bhopal,
Yes.
I got so inspired. On the third day, I contacted the Indian embassy and they were very kind. They contacted the Prime Minister's office. I was the first Western psychologist ever allowed to go to Bhopal and serve the suffering people, and I am so honored to serve those people. Thousands of people died. Many parents were crying. They are
So what's the
breathing.
lessons people have learned from that experience?
I think that there will be some crisis. We need to help each other.
Right. So we are in this together.
That's right.
I want to shift the gear a little bit back to your wonderful, wonderful award that you have received from India Abroad. It's a prestigious award. I wish I was a recipient, and one day I may be a recipient. The question is, who other people have received this award besides yourself?
There is one, I think, that you are going to interview shortly, I understand, Dr. Natwar Gandhi.
What a wonderful man he is, Dr. Banik.
He's a good friend of mine. I know him for over 40 years. He was
He was also an awardee?
The called Lifetime Achievement Award, not community service. There are a number of people. Then we had I cannot remember all the names now. I think that I will tell you the doctor who is the USAID administrator.
Yeah, Rajiv
Dr.
Shah.
Rajiv Shah.
He's a good
He
guy.
is one of the recipients, and also Congressman Amy Bera, I know.
Yeah, I know Congressman. So
they
those
my
are
good
those are
friends,
the people you recognize in the Indian community that has been recognized and awarded for their talent.
Yeah, so
You mentioned as we sat together from the beginning of our interview today that you have served for 40 years the capacities in various community services. So tell me what changes have occurred in our community since you started serving this community.
when I first arrived in 1971,
71.
very few Indian Americans were there. Then they started, and I was the first one to organize an organization called Prabhashi to include everybody, irrespective of what state they come from, what language they speak, what religion, and that was the beginning of my involvement in the community. From that time on, I was involved with each and every organizations that was operating in Washington, from India Cultural Coordination Committee, AIA, Indian American Forum for Political Relations, NCIA, NFIA, you name it, all the organizations that I have been involved, and I felt very good about that, because by getting involved, I got the pulse of the community. Now I see that we are united together. If we are united, we can accomplish a lot. When I first
So there are a lot that unite us, there are little that divide us.
it used to be before, but now we find that unless we are united, we cannot accomplish.
One of the things that your legacy would be in our country and community is to have the community participate in the political process. So they have a seat at the table, so they make sure their voices are heard. Do you encourage them? And I know you have many times, you continue to do so. What are the other things we need to do to motivate these people to participate in our democracy? The democracy defines the landscape of America, and we're fortunate to have democracy.
Well, I must share with the viewers of GTV that I was the first Indian American appointed by President Reagan to serve the nation on substance abuse. I was the first Indian American appointed by President George H.W. Bush to become the Executive Director of President's Committee on Mental Retardation, and Junior Bush to serve as a presidential member of the Commission on Intellectual Disabilities. Also have appointed by governors to serve on Commission on Human Rights, Disability Commission. So I have provided the guidelines how to protect the rights of disabled community in the world. So that is my legacy.
That's your legacy. Also, you attended not too long ago somewhere in Bangalore, in India, the violence against the woman. Woman is a precious possession to our country. We have not exploited their fullest potential. So what's your thought on the violence against women is? And why did you participate in that?
I strongly believe I would not have been in this world if I would not have been product of my mother. Mother is the life and the rays of hope for the entire world.
No question.
The child is brought up the way the hands rock the cradle rules the world. So I have been actively promoting the rights of women and the violence against women. Especially, I come from a culture, women are revered as mother. Even one of the most powerful goddess in India is Durga, 10 hands. No man has got that. Still, women are mistreated. So I want to see how this dichotomy exists in a country like India. India is a land of non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi practiced, but still violence against women. It must stop. Female infanticide, sexual harassment, rape, discrimination, abortions, and all these things really is a blight against Indian democratic principle.
So these are the issues that you are guided, and these are the issues that you care, and these are the issues that you like to participate in it, so you can enlighten the community as well as the country to make sure we can reduce and stop the violence against the woman. Correct?
You are absolutely right. As a matter of fact, I was very privileged to talk about in the Women and Empowerment program that Mrs. Nilima Mehra is so well known in the community.
Yes.
Has been the president of Global Television Network, and I am participating in several segments to talk about the empowerment of women. I have talked about that how women have become president, prime minister, they got Nobel Prizes, they work in the United Nations, in the medical field, in every field of the world.
Before I close my interview with you, I think your philanthropic activities that you participate in this community is admirable. We admire it, we appreciate it. So the question to all of you is, why should you give? Why do you participate in philanthropic activities? Why do you give?
Well, my friend, you cannot take a single penny with you when you close your eyes. Everything will be left behind. If you can share, Swami Vivekananda has said, to reach God is to serve humanity. That's the only way you will feel good about that. Even you have $10, you can share $5 with the people who does not have a single penny. I think that's the most noble things a human being can do.
So you believe in the phrase, as the Bible and the Quran and your own religious book said, to whom much is given, much is expected.
You are right.
You've always been guided by that phrase, just like all of us are guided by the phrase. Sharing and caring and giving is much more rewarding than making money. And thank you for your time, and thank you very much for what you do for our country, and congratulations for this wonderful, wonderful award that you have received. We take a lot of pride in you.
Thank you. It is my honor. I call you the Walter Cronkite of Indian American journalism.
I don't know about that part. Walter Cronkite was my hero when I was growing up back in the state of Colorado in the mid-1970s. And thank you for watching the show. This is Frank Islam wishing you a great week.